And even the easy questions, I think you have to ask why do they ask it? Why are they asking the question? Like the person doing the interview, they have to do many interviews. So questions that are not helpful, they don't ask them. They ask questions and they want maybe like the first question will be understanding you, and the second one maybe understanding your last job, and then third question maybe understanding your personality, and then maybe fourth question and then finished. Like there's usually a point. There's usually a reason. Like like for example, if they ask you when was a time your boss was angry with you? They want to know. This is about work, of course, but this is also about your personality, right? About your personality. So there's usually questions like this that there's a goal. So I mean, what do you think the goal is for this? Like, why do they ask this question?
I think that question
Yeah.
is the question is my weak point.
It's very similar. Yeah, it's very similar. But they also want to know, like, the word conflict? Conflict? In big businesses, conflict is a huge problem. Is huge problem inside the office, right? So they want to know, how do you deal with it? Maybe if you're in the middle, like if you're a manager, when conflict comes up, what do you do? When conflict goes down, what do you do? So when the CEO phones you and they're like, why did you do that? How did you handle it? When your someone underneath you says, they're angry with something, then what did you do? Right? So usually, if the problem comes from the bottom, you have to have an answer. That means you like followed a plan. Every big company, they will have a list of we say protocol. Do you know the word protocol? Protocols. It's like a plan. Follow the rules. I guess we say rules, protocols.
Protocol.
Protocols, like the steps.
Yeah,
like the steps. So like if the problem comes from the bottom, a manager has to follow the steps.
Yeah.
Like because a big company, their biggest worry is that someone's going to sue them. You know the word sue?
Sue.
The company gets a lawyer.
Yeah.
Company gets a lawyer. The angry employee gets a lawyer, and then they go to court.
Yeah.
This is suing them. Like maybe maybe this complaint comes to you, and it's a woman, and she says another man, both people under you. She says this man touched me in the face. What did you do? The company wants you to follow the steps, follow the protocol, right? Because they're very worried if the woman, if you ignore her, if you're like, this woman is crazy, and you ignore her, then she leaves the job and she sues you. Then there's big trouble, right? So if the problems are coming from here, the interview person wants to know you followed the rules. Follow the rules, right?
All big companies have their procedure.
Procedure.
Yes.
That's a good word too.
Yes.
Yeah, procedures. Yep. Procedures, rules, protocols, steps. These ones are more official words.
Yes.
This is more like high school rules and stuff like that, right? But yeah, protocols, procedures. they want you to know that you followed the procedures. If the conflict is coming from above, then the interview person, they just want you to show that you fixed the problem. not rules, nothing like that. Just you made your boss happy. You made your boss happy. Oh, sorry. This should be was. So when was the time your boss was angry with you? Like when did you fix conflict? Like your old job, you were like manager type.
Yes, it's
People under you, right?
Yeah.
So like when was the time you solved conflict? When was the time you solved conflict at work? That's also a very common question. When was the time you solved conflict at work? So, they will ask these questions. But what do they want? They just want to know that you understand the office.
Yeah.
You understand the office. That's the important part. So okay. So then all the all of these questions, you just have to know. You have to know what they want to hear. What answer do they want, right? And that doesn't mean lie to them, but it means that you kind of, that yeah, I guess you're a smart person and you figured it out, right? Like this question is difficult. Like, where do you see yourself 5 years from now? This is a very difficult question. They don't want you to say, oh, I see myself at the same job. They want you to say, like you maybe promotion, you got a promotion and this kind of stuff. But they also don't want you like leaving the company. Like finding a new employee is difficult. So they want you to say, in 5 years, I want to be with this company, and I want to be helping them to succeed and this kind of stuff, right?
Yeah.
But you also say you want, maybe 1 promotion or 2 promotions, like that. Like that, yeah.
this question is
Number 23? Yeah. And this is a good question for interview. It's a really good question for an interview because it's a quick answer, but they will see how your brain works, right? With pressure. And I mean, your job, I think, has pressure.
Yeah.
It's not like, I don't know, like we're working at Home Plus and putting food on the shelf. This job, there's no pressure, right? Yeah. But your job has pressure, right? So this is a good question. Yeah. So okay, so how would you answer? You're standing in an elevator with your potential future boss. How would you sell yourself in 10 seconds?
I think this question is include firstly, I think firstly, I know my boss interesting things. What is my boss interesting?
Yeah, interested in. Maybe, yeah.
Myself.
But you have to talk about yourself. You have to talk about yourself. So if you know he likes golf or something, that's fine. But I mean, you have to be a salesman. Like you have to convince. You have to convince him, right? So if this was me, I would say, hi, I know you're the boss, and I just want 10 seconds of your time.
Yeah.
I know you have an opening in something department, department, right?
Yes.
I know you have an opening in this department, and because of my experience, because of my history, I know I can help your company like this. You need 2 or 3 strong sentences like this.
My answer is I know I know what do you want.
Mhm.
I have I have much time of experience
Yep.
about offshore industry business.
Yeah.
Yes. My customer is a major shipbuilder such as HHI, SAMI, SHI, and STX. I think I am suitable this position.
Sure. Don't say suitable. Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. Yeah. Suitable is just kind of like it's okay,
Suitable.
yeah. I mean, suitable is a fine word, right? But I mean, there's a level of confidence that you want, right? It's difficult. And I think Korean way is more humble, modest. Humble, modest.
Yeah, modest. I know.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Korean people don't want to talk about themselves.
Yes.
And that's understandable, right? But there's a level of confidence. You want your confidence. This is too much, but mostly it's too little. This is too little. You want to sound like in here, your confidence. You like I know I'm good for this job, but you don't want to say, I think maybe, possibly, someday I can help you. You don't want those words. You want I know I can help you. Like I know I can join your company and do well. And not just myself, and help your company like this. Yeah. So you don't want to be too like the word suitable. The word suitable is here. Not confident enough. So you don't want this part. You don't want up here too. You don't want to be too much confidence. So maybe 3 years ago, 4 years ago, I had interview with somebody, and he told me he's perfect for the job. Okay, that's fine. Then he told me, he said, nobody can do the job better than me. Okay, that's very confident. And then he said, if you don't hire me, you will regret it, and stuff like that. It was just too much. It was more and more. I'm the best. I'm number one. Nobody is better than me, like this. And it was just too confident. You know what I mean? Because this person here, if somebody tries to help them, they will always no. This person is. They don't listen to people. They don't listen. The boss tries to say this would be better. Doing this would be better, and this person would be like, no, my way is the best, right?
Wow.
So you want to be kind of in the middle. So suitable, yeah. Okay, so like number 24 is so weird. 24. You are allowed to ask someone in history a single question. Who would you choose, and what is your question?
History means our national history or
World history.
world history.
World history. So, like, if you want to ask, you know, Gandhi or or Jesus or Napoleon or Hitler, like this.
I choose General Lee.
General Lee. Okay.
General Lee.
Why would you choose General Lee? What is your question?
Your last war. Why do you why do you same action? I mean, she wears out their world 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 dress. Their
Uniform?
yes, uniform.
Uniform, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
He wounded by a pistol.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
I can't understand why do you so take off your uniform?
Yeah.
I will ask him.
Okay. Why would you ask this question? Why is this an important question?
Sometimes somebody says Mr. Lee decided suicide.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, to commit suicide.
Suicide.
Yeah.
Yes. That things is very important to me.
Yeah.
If he decided that, I know reason.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. So okay, that's an interesting answer. Okay. I don't know if I would answer this question. I would probably, because that's General Lee is the war is very important in in that area. But I would ask question about the world, and stuff like that. So I would pick, I don't know, maybe Jesus, maybe Mohammed, something like this, some religious leader, because many countries, this affects many questions of that. But but it's a hard question. It's a hard question, right? So I think you have to have faster answers. Yeah. It's very difficult in English. It's very difficult in English, right? These questions, I mean, these silly questions, it's not always about truth. If the question here is like, what did you learn from your old job? You have to tell the truth. You have to, right? It's very important. But if the question is like if one question here is, if somebody gave you an airplane ticket, free airplane ticket, what country would you go to and why? Don't think in your brain, perfect answer. Maybe it's better to have just fast answer, and say, oh, I'd like to go to China because I'd like to see the Great Wall. Before I die, I'd love to see the Great Wall of China. It's so big and wonderful. And then maybe when you're talking, you can make the answer better, and you can say, I think it's really amazing that humans who work together and work really hard can make something like Great Wall. Now it sounds like work again. Like you like work. Do you know what I mean? And then you're like, but don't do this. Don't do this. I think I'd like to go to Egypt. No, France. No, Australia. Don't do that. Don't jump around. Just these silly answers, not silly answers, silly questions. Maybe just a good answer is don't worry about the best answer.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So like you're allowed to ask someone in history a single question. Who would you choose and what is your question? So you say like, oh, I would pick Sejong Daewon. I would ask him what Korea could do now to be a great country. It's just something like this, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So or this question: how many airplanes are there in the world?
Oh.
So yeah, it's really dumb. I think I told you this. This is one person asked me how many windows are in Vancouver. You know, like I've seen that before where people will say like, how many tires? How many tires are in Canada? And then they want to see your brain. They want to say, okay, well, there's 30 million people in Canada. There's 30 million people in Canada. 20 million are adults, and probably 15 million have a car, because some people don't. So 15 million times 4, probably about 60 million tires in Canada, like this, right? Yeah. They want to see your brain work, and if the numbers are a little bit wrong, it's okay. It's okay. So these silly answers, yeah, just kind of have an answer. Yeah. So, okay. So
this question, I told answer and I submit my background.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, they want to see that your brain can fix problems or something like that. You know, like like if they ask a question, how many French fries has McDonald's sold? You can start to say, wow, that's an interesting question. Wow, that's an interesting question. That's a hard one to answer. Like, but just keep your brain working, right? And then you say, okay, well, in one box of McDonald's French fries, there's probably about 50 French fries. So if there's 20,000 McDonald's restaurants and blah, 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 and you can slowly talk your way through it. And if you're really, really wrong, it doesn't matter. What's wrong is to say, I don't know, a lot, and that's it. And say nothing more. Like, you know what I mean? They want you to come up with an answer. You know, like, if your job, like, last week you talked about the BP disaster. BP, British Petroleum in Mexican Gulf. Mexican Gulf. You know, like in your field, maybe they'll ask you, you know, like, how can we stop that? Obviously, very difficult question. But, you know, you can't say, I have no idea. You know, that's a bad answer, right? So they want your brain to work with the question. Yeah. So it's difficult. Interviews are really difficult. Yeah. So okay. I have more questions. These ones are fine, but maybe we can practice later. But I want to practice this one. Okay. So let's do it. This time, let's be more formal. So I will stop talking. And I just want to. I just want to time you. Just we will talk later. So, yeah. Does it make you nervous?
Yeah.
Is it okay? I time you?
Yeah.
Okay. So. Okay. So let's ask this question. Are you good at dealing with stress? Give me several examples. Several means many. Give me several examples which demonstrate this.
This is very interesting to me. I have a lot of stress. When I solved my stress,
Mhm.
I drive to the drive drive near seaside.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I walk beach because of listen to wave.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Waves. Yep.
waves.
Mhm.
I like wave sound.
Mhm.
Yes. Uh, uh, and and I I hiking the mount.
Yeah. I
Mount.
go hiking.
I go
Mhm.
hiking the mount. Uh, Hiking the mountain. Uh, I like forest and I like bird sound.
Mhm.
Sometimes I go to camp
Mhm.
with my family,
Mhm.
solve my stress, uh, mm, enjoy. I enjoy the cruise with my family.
Mhm.
I I much like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Good. How long was your answer? 1:48. A minute 48. That's good time. That's a good time. You don't want too long and you don't want too short. Too short. So, okay. My thinking is, first of all, you have to say yes or no. Are you good at dealing with stress? Okay. You just answered, what do I do? What do I do? Here is asking yes or
Yes.
no. Yes or no.
Yes.
So of course you should say yes. Yes. So you say, yes, I'm really good at dealing with stress. You say, my previous jobs, my previous jobs had a lot of stress. Plus I'm a father, plus I'm a husband, and yeah, I have a lot of stress in my life. But I have developed. Do you know the word developed?
Yes, I do.
I've developed many ways to help with my stress. Then you talk about the ocean and stuff like that. But you definitely have to say, yes, I'm good at dealing with stress. Okay? Because your examples were fine, but you like this, okay? And there's just one more thing. Like, I would definitely have one example. You said climbing mountains and going for a drive. This stuff is all after work. After work. One example should be how I can fix my stress at work. You know what I mean? Because they don't care about you and your if you have fight with your children, your child, whatever, right? They care that at work you have a way to deal with your stress and stuff like that. You have a way to deal with your stress. So I don't know a good answer. Maybe you can say, like if I have a lot of stress. Your job is at the computer, lots of the computer.
Yes.
You say, yeah, if my job at my desk is a lot of stress, sometimes I will take a short walk to the coffee machine and get a coffee, and take a few deep breaths and go back to work and stuff like that. This way, at least one of your answers is with work and stuff like that. Yeah, and stuff like that. Not just what you do on Saturday or Sunday or something like that. So, yeah. Do you know the word meditate? Meditate?
Meditate? I don't know.
I will put here. You can use it if you want. Meditate. Meditate. Buddha.
Yes.
They kind of like stuff like that. This is a common answer. You say, oh, at home I practice meditating or something like that. And, it helps me at my work. Something like that. So it's a common answer nowadays.
Yeah, okay.
Which area is the world? Okay, yeah, we'll do this one. This is one of the questions that it's not so serious, and you can say anything. You can say anything you want. Desert or mountain or something like that. Okay, so Good. Which areas of the world would you like to explore and why?
I explore.
Yeah.
Uh,
I would like.
I would like to explore uh, middle of middle of Asia.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, because their area, many Korean peoples don't. Many peoples do not know the middle of Asia, but our people, such as 100 year ago, our grandpa, our Asians across China, they reached there. They made palm palm at their home. I I go there. I see their track.
Yeah. That'd be a good answer. Yeah. Okay. So 150, almost the same. 151. Yeah, your answer's fine. It's interesting. It's good. It shows that you're not normal. Normal's a good word, but I mean, like if you just said, "I'd like to go to Hawaii," it's a very easy answer. Not many people say Middle Asia. So we don't usually say Middle Asia. We usually say Central Asia. Central. Middle's fine, but usually Central Asia. Yeah, and your answer's fine. It shows that you study, that you know history. Your answer was good. The only thing I would talk about is pronunciation. You do the because. Across. So these ones are not so good. So across.
Yes.
Yeah, like that. Okay. So yeah, it's difficult pronunciation. So okay. Okay. I like this one a lot. Okay. So this is the one where you should use the word procedure. Or yeah, it's a hard question. Did you read this one before? Yeah. So in confidence means in secret.
Oh, this is very serious.
Yeah. So I mean, your boss tells you a secret, but it's your best friend, right?
Yes.
So what do you do? So yeah, it's definitely a hard question. Okay.
Yes. Firstly, I respect my boss, but I like my colleague. That issue is very difficult for me. But I talk about this issue to my boss.
Yeah.
Yes. What happened? What happened to my colleague? I listen. My boss's thought, and I tell him my colleague's strengths and his he's helpful for our company and give me more chance.
Give him.
Give him more chance. And after discuss my boss, I talk about this issue to my colleague. What happened? What happened? Please talk about my boss again. Yes. And forgive to I suggest to him. You talk about that issue, my boss, and please give me more chance.
Give him one more chance. Oh yeah, I see. Oh, he goes to the boss. Yeah, please give me. Okay, that's it. Okay, 2:10. So that's all perfect. That's all good. Yeah, I mean, if you say this question, there's some danger answers. Okay, so if you say, "Oh, of course, I will tell my friend," that's not good, right? So this is a question of loyalty. Loyalty. You know this word, right? Loyalty. And in this question, you have two loyalties, and they're fighting each other because you have to be loyal to your boss and your job, and you should be loyal to your friends, right? So I mean, you started like, oh, this situation is very difficult for me. That's a great start, great start, because when you're saying this, your brain can be thinking. Just like these silly questions. What would you do with 1 million ping pong balls? You know ping pong, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So you could say, you can start, wow, that's a question I've never thought of before. But when you're talking, your brain can be thinking, right?
Yeah.
So yeah. So okay. This one would be the worst. Yeah, that's really, really terrible. So, I don't know how to answer this question. Tell me a joke. So, okay. So yeah, no, I liked your answer. But the only thing I would say is talk to the boss first, which you said, and then you said, later I will talk to my colleague and ask him what happened, right? I would, in my answer, I would say I would ask the boss. I would ask the boss, can I talk to him about this problem?
Okay.
Yep, but you did good. You're like, what happened with his colleague, talking about his strengths and stuff like that. That's good. It shows you have loyalty to the boss and loyalty to the colleague, which is excellent. Yeah. Getting good. Okay. Okay, this is hard too. What was the biggest challenge you ever faced? Okay. So
ever faced? No. What?
Face to face. Sometimes with the word challenge.
Yeah.
Challenge. What is a challenge?
Challenge to do others for me 2 hours for me that work is very difficult.
Difficult, yeah. Difficult job, difficult work, something like that. So what was the biggest challenge you ever faced? Here we often use this verb to talk about challenges, like facing a challenge, like maybe
every day and.
Another word here would be confront. Confront a challenge, or just deal with a challenge. So, what was the biggest challenge you ever dealed with? Like that you managed.
Okay.
So, like if you're 16 years old If you're 16 years old and your dad dies, this would be a very, very difficult challenge. You know what I mean? Like, do I go to school? Do I help my mom? Or this kind of stuff. Or, you know, if you started your own business, starting your own business would be a big challenge. Or, I don't know, it doesn't need to be work also. I mean, you can say, oh, I climbed a mountain. You know, or...
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, so something like this. So, some big challenge.
Yeah. My biggest challenge is move my company. After graduate university, I was engineer about mechanical. I designed some machine. But last company, my position and my role is sales. Sales first time. Sales was very difficult for me. But that challenge is very very good experience for me. I most favorite things is ice breaking of my customer. This Amy and SHI. I'm very pleasure for me.
Okay. Okay, yeah, your length was good enough, like something like that. So it was good. It was good. So that challenge was very good experience for me. You should say how. You should say what did you learn. You know, like I learned at this time how to be a good salesman, or I guess. One thing I was not clear. One thing I was not clear. You said in the beginning. You said when I move my company. I don't think you want the word my. I think you mean change jobs, right?
Oh, yes.
Change. Okay. You can say when I moved. You can say when I moved companies. But when you use the word my, it means my company. Or you say when I changed my jobs. Yeah, that's the same meaning. Same meaning. When you say the word my, it means like I started company in Daegu. And then I moved to Busan, like this. This is moving my company, like this, right? So yeah, change jobs. Change jobs. Okay. Yeah. This week, I'm trying to talk a little bit faster. Is it okay?
Yes. Okay.
Am I talking too fast?
This speed is
okay.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. So we can look at more of these. What time is it? 3:40. I have more, but these ones I want more. I think it'd be better if you write things down. Some of them are the same. Some of them are very similar. But try to write down some ideas, okay, for homework. Okay.
Yes.
This question here, I want to explain to you. This is from different persons. So explain a complex database. Explain to your 8-year-old nephew. This is a common question nowadays, okay? They will take something difficult. Don't worry about this word here. Explain the Korean Civil War to your 8-year-old nephew. Explain DNA to your 8-year-old nephew. They will take something very difficult. They will take something difficult and they say, tell a child. Tell a child. So like when I read this one, for you, your On your resume, what was the not conditioner? Was it conditioner?
Conditioner?
Your resume, the machine that you helped design.
I designed the textile machine.
Textile machine? Oh, a textile machine. Oh, okay, I'm wrong. Yeah. So if you say explain your textile machine to an 8-year-old or to a 6-year-old.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's like, what does it do? Because your old jobs are very technical.
Yes.
Technical. Do you know the word jargon? Jargon.
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 I don't know jargon.
Okay. I think I'm a smart person. Okay.
Yeah.
But my best friend is a doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. And so he's here, and sometimes I will go for lunch with him, and another doctor comes, and it's doctor, and me, and they will blah 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 kidney blah 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 blah, and they're speaking English, but I don't know what they're talking about because they're using words that are very specific to their job.
Yeah.
This is jargon. Jargon. Words. Vocabulary that are very specific to a job. That's why your resume is difficult for me.
Yes.
Because your resume has lots of jargon. Okay. Computer people.
Yeah.
People who build computers and make computers. They have lots of special jargon. They talk about RAM and ROM and megahertz and you know, all of this kind of stuff. And it's English, but it's very specific. So what this question wants is you to explain your textile machine and use no jargon. Don't use jargon. So that anybody can understand. Like if your grandmother asks you about your job, you have to explain it like this. Very simple way. Explain it. That's what this question is asking. Okay?
One day my kid asked me, what is a volcano?
Oh yeah.
I explained the volcano, but very difficult.
Yeah, it is.
Because I used his
words. Yeah. It's a skill. It's a skill to be able to explain difficult things easy way, right? And lots of times bosses want employees to do that, right? So this is a common question. So I want you to take this home, kind of homework, homework, and don't write full answer, just a couple, like a couple ideas, like maybe inside here, 10 words, 15 words, like this, and then next time you can speak more naturally. So I have the same questions. So we can talk about it kind of more naturally. Okay. This is a dangerous question. Tell me one thing you would change about your last job. Like this. This is a hard question. Tell me about yourself. Don't say bad things. Like if you play video games all weekend, don't say that. That kind of stuff, right? Try to keep things appropriate. This one it should be a longer answer. This one is very common question, and maybe it should be 4 or 5 minutes talking. These other ones, this could be 2 minutes. That's fine. Yeah. This is very dangerous question too. What would the person who likes you least, someone who hates you in the world, say about you? This is difficult. This is very difficult. Like, this is like saying your enemy. The person who likes you the least in the world. Like, your enemy. Like, what would your enemy say about you?
Same as rival.
Rival. Yep. Your rival. Exactly. Yep. Your rival. What would they say about you? So you would say that, if it's your rival, you say, oh, that, he steals my customers, but I do it because I work hard and like this kind of stuff. Yeah. So you should use words like admit or honesty, like this, stuff like this. Just have a couple words like this and have your answer planned. This is hard. This is really hard. Why should I hire you? Okay, this is similar to the one in the elevator. The question in the elevator. 10 seconds in the elevator. So this is similar, but this one can be longer. This is quick, right? This is more 10 seconds. Okay. This one is about conflict. We talked about conflict. Oh, no, finished, but this one's about conflict. This is we did this one today. Challenge, biggest risk. Yeah. So there's common answers. This is about failure. Failure. What do you learn from failure?
Failure, not success.
Yep. Exactly. Yeah. So tell me about a time when old solutions didn't work. Now, this doesn't mean you. You could use this one and talk about BP disaster, right? So this tell me about is very open. If they say tell me about a time when your old solutions didn't work, that your is much more difficult to make yourself look good. Okay, so take that, and we'll continue with this. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah. So I don't want to forget that one. This is hard. This one. Let's do this one. Did you the company Atlas Copco?
Yeah, Atlas Copco.
Copco. Did you look at their history?
Yes, sir.
Look at their history. Okay, then you have to criticize. Criticize. This is also very dangerous. Criticize. Do you know criticize?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Critical.
Yeah, critical.
Criticize.
Yeah.
Here you have to criticize that company. So you don't want to say something too big, but you have to have answer. You have to have an answer. Yeah. So here, this is another one where the first sentence, could be helping you think. Your first sentence could be like, well, Atlas Copco is a really good company. They're number one in their field. So there's very little I would criticize. Something like this. Criticize.
This case is very dangerous.
Yes, yeah, it's very dangerous. Okay, but companies like questions like this because it's dangerous. Bad employees or bad interview person will have bad answer, right? So, and this one shows them that company, that company. Yeah. So.
My answer is when I worked at the last company, Atlas Copco is very big and competitor.
Yep.
I heard your company from our customer.
Yep.
You have several weak points.
Several?
Several.
Okay. Dangerous, but yes, okay.
First is no response customer call.
This is good.
Yeah.
Good answer.
Second is your equipment very high price.
Yeah. Difficult to change though. Yeah.
Three is uh, your engineer is
Your engineers are.
your engineers are uh, very uncontrolled
Oh,
to
okay.
man,
Mhm.
our customer.
Mhm.
I think second point is not problem
Mhm.
because good equipment is high price.
Yep. Yep.
But first and third is very serious.
Mhm.
I fix the first and third problem.
Mhm.
You hire me. If you hire me, I fix it that problem.
Mhm. These problems.
These problem.
These problems. Yeah. These problems.
Problems.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Instead of saying I would fix these problems, I would say I would work with people in the company to help fix these problems. Don't say do it by myself, because I'm sure they have somebody about the response, stuff like that. So you can make suggestions or something like that. Yeah. So it was good. It was dangerous. It was dangerous saying three things and stuff like that. My advice would be just say one. say one, maybe two, or something like that. But three is a lot. But it's also very good. Your answer. This is my favorite one. All of the questions last week, this week, I think this answer was the best because it also showed this market.
Yeah.
You know the customers and you know what they say about this company. What they say about this company. So, yeah. Your answer was very good. Do you know this word? Reputation.
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 Reputation. I remember this word.
Reputation.
Reputation.
Have you gone to Vietnam? Did you go to Vietnam in your life?
No, I haven't.
No, okay. What do you think about Vietnamese people?
I like Vietnam people because of because 10 years ago my colleague was Vietnam people.
Oh, okay. Not good. This doesn't help reputation. Reputation means people what people think about a country or a person or a place, but no experience. Like I've never been to Brazil. But I think Brazil is very beautiful. I think the people are very friendly. Why? Because they have good reputation. Maybe there's a restaurant over here and nobody goes there. And I ask you, is that restaurant good? And you said, that's terrible. And I said, did you go there? And you said, no. And then I will say, how do you know? And you say, they have a bad reputation. They have a bad reputation. It means people talking. What people say. So in this answer, you could use the word reputation. Like you'll say like, Atlas, your company has a good reputation, but some customers I talked to said that your response time for customer calls was slow and stuff like this. Okay. So high price of equipment is good. You talked about it and you went back. Yeah, it was a good answer. So yeah, these words: criticize, reputation, candor. Last week, candor.
Yes.
These are good words. Challenge. Yeah. I will try. interview. I will try to get vocabulary. Okay. Interview vocabulary list. I don't have one. I have some business words. Actually, I should print for you business words. I'll print for you business words. These are not interview words, just business words. But it would help if you know them. Nouns and verbs. This is not a beautiful list. This list is just for me, but it would help if you know these words. So, I will find business English. I will find some words for you for next class. I'll find for just interview vocabulary. Okay. So, but these words are good. So, okay. This is another good word. Compromise.
Compromise.
Do you know compromise?
It's good to strange meaning. Compromise. We call compromise.
Compromise means maybe I want to buy your phone.
Yeah.
And then I'll say $100. You're like, no, $200. And I'm like, 120. And you say 180. And then we decide 150. We compromised. Because I wanted to spend 100 and you wanted to spend 200. Like this. So we compromised. Like,
such similar word is negotiation.
Yeah, similar. Yeah, similar but different. Maybe one of your colleagues, they want July, 10th to 20th holiday.
Yeah.
But you want July 10th to 20th holiday, and you're gonna fight, right? And you're like, oh, but your friend says, your colleague says, oh, but on the 13th, my cousin will be married. I want to go to the marriage. It's in America, and blah 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 blah. And you say, oh, but on the 18th, my airplane ticket is cheaper. And so you talk, and then they go 5:15, and then you go 16 to 25 like this, because both of you can't have vacation same time like this. So this is compromise. He's a little bit not happy. You're a little bit not happy like this. This is compromise. So it's a good word for work. For work. So negotiate, yeah, similar to negotiate. Similar. So, yeah. So here, describe a situation where you arrived at a compromise with a colleague. So here, this is also about conflict. How to solve conflict.
How to solve conflict.
Yeah. Take 16. 16?
Yes.
So this is just work words. So these are nouns and these are verbs. So it's not very pretty. I'll find a better list for interviews. Okay. But yeah, I think a little better vocabulary would be good. So,
yes.
Yeah.
Many words. I know that.
Good. Yeah. So this is for different students, but this is
This is business words.
Business words, yeah. They're a list of business words. So it doesn't hurt to know that.
No.
So yeah, I don't think many will be difficult for you.
Yes.
Yeah. So, but just make sure you know them. So yeah, this is another business word.
So
resolve conflict.
result, complete result. Okay. Oh, not easy.
Yeah, this one too.
People working alone or in a team.
This is dangerous.
Yes.
This is dangerous. They want both, but you have to give an answer. Yeah, they want both. So.
Sometimes I work alone, and sometimes I
Yeah.
work in a team.
Yeah. That's the best answer. Like something like this, right? You should say something like, "Well, I have lots of experience with both, and both of them I have done successfully."
Successfully.
Yeah. So when you work alone, what they worry about is deadlines. Do you know deadlines?
Yes.
The deadlines. So, you have to say, oh, I was very good at meeting my deadlines and stuff like that. When you work with a team, then it becomes about conflict and that kind of stuff again. So sorry. It's okay? Yeah, so. Hey! 你到了吗? Okay. Everyone happy? Yeah. Okay. 我还不清楚，我还不确定。Okay. Yep. Okay, I will. Okay. Bye, beautiful. Bye. Sorry.
Yeah,
So, yeah.
We speak instead of deadline, due date.
Due date.
Yeah.
Due date is usually more university than college.
Yes.
College word. We usually use the word deadline.
Yes. The deadline is somebody dead is.
I know. It sounds terrible. It sounds terrible. Yeah, but it doesn't sound so good.
Many our industry people say due date.
Oh, really? Okay. We use due date in business. Yeah. In business, we use due date for a product being delivered.
Yes. Sir.
Yeah. So we'll say due date because it might be a little bit later. It might be early, that kind of stuff. A deadline sounds less flexible, like that day.
Yes,
that day. Right. A due date means kind of more like we want it this day, but it might be early, might be late, and stuff like that. Yeah. So this definitely sounds tougher.
Okay.
Tougher, yeah. So, but you can use both. Yeah. So I was very good at meeting deadlines, or you could just say I was very good at meeting challenging time constraints. It means the same. It means the same as deadline, but you don't use this word. Like challenging time constraints means this project should be 1 month, but you only have 2 weeks. So you have to work really hard. Yeah. So this is actually a deadline, but you can say, challenging time constraints like this. Yeah.
Do they have some flexible?
This one sounds more flexible. This one sounds like if it's late, you're fired. Like this. Like this sounds more like this.
Okay.
Like if it's late, no money. This deadline sounds much more strict. Yeah. So than this one. This one does kind of sound like university.
Okay.
Or high school. Yeah. But if it's a report for your boss, we would always use deadline. But if it's a boat is moving, bringing products and stuff like that, you can use due date. Yeah, we would still use due date. Yeah. So like if you have a factory in China sending things to Dubai, you can say, oh well, I understand that the due date is March 20th, like this, and it means the date I believe it will get there and stuff like that. Yeah. So you don't need to use deadline for that. But for a report or for like a project in your company, they probably use this word. Yeah. So.
Okay.
So do this. I have another list. of questions, but I want to hide.
Okay.
This list I don't want you to know. This list, these are very common questions. These are less common.
Okay.
So this one I think you should have plans. This one I don't want plans. That's something else. Okay.
Thank you.
So okay. I'll stop this.